Hello and welcome back to Riptide 2022. I'm Fusion. I'm joined here by Chaedr.
Hello,
It's
everybody.
day one of Splatoon 3.
It sure is.
I'm excited.
Yes, I am. We have already been through quite a lot on stream, so I'm hoping that this set will be a little bit smoother than the last one. We all saw how
Yeah.
that had to go down.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of delays. Shoutouts to JPEG and Popgun for
Absolutely,
doing
yeah.
a great job hosting an impromptu episode of the podcast, of the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, and for keeping everyone around. It's we're running a bit behind, but things are just going to keep moving forward as planned. The rest of this bracket is going to be taking place today.
Yes.
So all of Splatoon 3 will be today. And hopefully we get to see a lot of different weapons,
Absolutely,
a lot of
yeah.
new things. What have you been liking of the new things so far?
Oh.
Well,
Well,
we might be going into it. We'll talk about this after the game.
yeah. We're going to be seeing 3 Rats and a Laser versus Fiction here. Love the name of 3 Rats and a Laser. That's going to be really good.
Oh my gosh,
All
yes. Is it triple Tacticooler and a Charger? No,
I-
but it's 2 Tacticoolers.
So we're going to be seeing a lot of tactical cooling going on, I suppose. Yeah, we have the Charger coming out. We have the Dapples as well. So, I mean, again, you asked me what I want. I really I like seeing those ink vac weapons. Like, that is just a really interesting special. But also just in general, this whole new game is really interesting. So we're going to be starting off the quick cap on the zone from 3 Rats and a Laser, one down on both sides, and you can see very quickly they're already taking a lot of turf. You have the Tacticooler coming out from Nick there, just your general back and forth that you've all come to expect at the beginning of a Splatoon match.
Oh yeah, so much back and forth. And honestly, we saw Jimmy up
no!
on the perch with the Charger for a bit, tries to go in with the ink vac, perhaps a little bit too far. Once you get in with that ink vac, you can't just pull it off, or you can't just shoot it off. But over in the back, Carrot seems to be making some trouble getting a trade, a full wipe though onto 3 Rats and a Laser. Onto Fiction, and 3 Rats and a Laser are going to manage to recap that zone.
Yeah, you can hear the little jingle of the Tacticooler as one of those gets popped, and we got the buffs coming, and we have the triple Inkzuka there. And unfortunately, they are going to go down to the Slosher, so that zone is still in control of 3 Rats and a Laser. The timer is ticking down pretty quickly, but hopefully with the Tacticooler as well as the Ink Strike coming in, Fiction here is going to be able to take back the zone. They do take the zone. They have the Crab Tank as well, and that is 3 down on 3 Rats and a Laser. Not quite the wipeout, but still very, very close, and that gives them the opportunity to take all of this area back, just like 3 Rats did we saw at the very beginning of this game. They don't have any penalty points anymore, so Fiction's going to be able to tick down that timer relatively quickly here.
Yeah, we saw that Ink Strike reminiscent of Splat 1, trying to recap that zone. A very well-placed Splat Bomb's going to get that pick. The Bucket doing a lot of work, plenty of great angles for them to get some nice picks. That Ink Strike coming in, it sticks to walls and ceilings, trying to get a surprise hit on Carrot up on that top. Not able to get it, but they do get the lead. Fiction does take that lead, and they're going to continue ticking down the timer. Carrot with a very nice kill over on the top of the zone, and is finally going to neutralize it. And will this be enough? The Tacticooler, I think, will seal it for them, and it looks like 3 Rats and a Laser is back on their feet.
Definitely. Carrot staying up there really, really helped them to all come back in that Tacticooler. We all know how important our support weapons are. Saw that from the meta of the last game, and that is absolutely carrying over here. So now, as those penalty points tick away, Fiction is looking to get back in. They have the Crab Tank, going to go for the Charger and get the pick as well, and then just continue to use that to rain down just havoc on this zone. They do neutralize the zone. No penalty points applied just yet. All those missiles coming down, the Ink Strike, a lot of specials being unleashed on this zone right now. Very, very nice snipe. Ooh. Nice double snipe. Oh! Ooh, that was great. And you can see the wipeout on the top as well. So now 3 Rats and a Laser with that incredible triple are now solidly back in control of this zone and pushing up a little bit further. And it is Fiction who now has to come and try and take back their lead.
Yeah, but it looked like they were pretty cooled off. They respawned almost immediately. 2 going down on the side of 3 Rats and a Laser. The Ink Strike's going to come in, neutralize the zone. They're not going to be able to take it. They do finally take it back. Some paint comes in, but they don't end up winning the fight. 3 Rats and a Laser still ends up holding their ground. Jimmy has just been untouchable up on this top surface here. They've been just raining down havoc upon the entire team, and they've been uncontested the entire game.
Absolutely. Sometimes you got to figure that out, and you got to figure out who you need to start focusing on. Tactical are coming out here. Fiction is going to do their best to come back into the zone. One pick, unfortunately, they get picked as well, and those penalty points are running out. I believe they pretty much just have one more shot at this. There's the pick. There's 2 down, 1 down on both sides now, but that zone's still in control of 3 rats and a laser. That Inkback's going to come out and taking a lot of that damage. Don't know if that's going to seal it. We have the Tactical are coming out as well. Somehow that zone is still contested, but finally that 3 down is going to tell the end of the game. So a very, very good first game that we have there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw the power of Chaedr on that map in particular. Jimmy doing an absolutely incredible job locking down that top part of the map and being pretty much uncontested by the enemy team. They had some missiles to try and target them, but I feel like they just weren't able to be moved from that top spot. And I mean, that's something that I think a lot of backline players have been really enjoying about this game, right? People, oh God, everyone in Splat 2 is like, ugh, I can't play this. They just hold armor or press armor and hold forward. Now people can respawn faster, which I think makes the job of people running in aggressively a little bit easier. But backlines are having a field day.
Absolutely. I mean, I know also with Heavy Splatling getting that wave breaker, we haven't seen it yet, but I've played it myself, and it just works so well with the main weapon. So backlines are having a really, really good time with the new kits that they're being provided. You also show, I also wanted to point out how you highlighted the slosher, because there were a lot of angles that they were able to take.
Yeah.
And, you know, they contested that Chaedr, and pretty much everybody that was up there, weren't necessarily successful all the time, but you saw them use their special really well as well, so that's definitely working out for them.
Yeah, something that's really interesting about going from Splat 2 to Splat 3 is the map design. I think a lot of the there's a lot of different changes, but one of them is there seem to be a lot better like perches for backliners. So like on that map in particular, if you're a shooter, it's going to be very hard to deal with it, but if you're a bucket or you're a blaster, you can deal with that, right? So you know, when the other team starts running backlines, you can start running like chip damage stuff to try and counter it. So it's, you know, it's not the kind of, oh, they're sitting on the other side of the bridge on Albacore or in the snipe on Moray, right? Where you just literally can't get there. They're like right above you, but maybe you just can't shoot them with your weapon. Yeah.
All right, we'll get into our next one here.
Bamboo.
Ooh, yeah, Bamboo. We got the 52 coming out. We have a machine, so a bit of a switch up here. We also have a splash coming out, so many different things going on. Tower control as well. So we'll see that objective possibly progress a little bit more slowly depending on how these teams want to play. We already have the killer whale coming out, and that's going to be 3 rats and a laser taking control of the tower, but they do go one down on both sides now. Tactical comes out, missiles comes out, and this opening fight along with the Booyah Bomb looks like it's going to end in the victory of Fiction as they are able to take control over this tower.
Damn, this song is a banger. I have not heard this one before. This is great. Oh, man, so much fighting going on in mid. We saw a little bit of funny play with the Tactical in front of the tower, possibly getting taken out. For 52 trying to make something happen, not quite able to do it, or is that a 96? Either way, Nick on that tower is going to hold that ground, and Soren with the Booyah Bomb. The machine with the Booyah Bomb is really an incredible way to hold ground. They're just standing there, and look at that. Nobody can approach them. The tower rolls through that second checkpoint. This push from Fiction is looking very strong. Yeah, they are already almost at that third checkpoint. 24 remaining. We do have some nice cleanup, though, from 3 rats and a laser, able to take out 3 out of the 4 members of Fiction, and we have the last one jumping out. So the push does end there. 24, though, is a really, really good opening push, and it sets the bar very high for 3 rats and a laser to come back. But we saw what they were capable of in the last game. They can absolutely do this. We have the Bamboo taking a lot of space as well. The killer whale coming out, and the tower is now in control of 3 rats. So with the double killer whale coming out, hopefully they're able to get more picks and push this, get this push going further. Oh, that was a really good Booyah Bomb, separating the team, and that meant that the 52 gal kind of Kaito got separated. And this is a really interesting, kind of counter push coming out from Fiction. They shut down that push really well before they, before 3 rats ended up getting that first checkpoint, and off of that Tactical, or nonetheless, or no less. So here we go, onto the offense this time. This weird little tent setup over here. Unpaintable surface. I think we don't tend to see that often. Very nice. 52 coming in on that right side. Gets one kick. The whale is not quite going to finish them off. They chase them all the way back into the corner. And what is going on here? They staying alive no matter what. What the heck? They're staying alive, and trades go out in mid. The tower rolls back to center, and we're back in neutral.
We are back in neutral. We have a lot of chasing going on as well. I mean, just the way that this map is laid out, it feels it feels like a more open version of Mako to me, honestly. Like, you can chase people entirely across the map and then just get, you know, killed by somebody else, just like that Flingza did right there. So we have Fiction in control of that tower again, and the Flingza here looking to do some cleanup work, taking it down, holding down this left side very, very nicely. We have the Booyah Bomb coming out as well. So with one going down, 3 rats and a laser, it's going to look like it's going to be really hard for them to come back. 2 down now as well. They have the tactical. They did get the 1 pick, so that was good, but they did also go down as well. That's 3 down now, and that tower is going to continue past its original point all the way to that 3rd checkpoint. We will have to see if Fiction's able to make it through. Sora's able to get that Booyah Bomb off and escape just a little bit. Smash also has a bit more of a presence there. They do get taken out, but the fact that Fiction is just still maintaining a presence around this tower, the push is not done yet, and they are still getting picks.
Yeah, we saw the 52 gal was the entire reason that push didn't go to the end, but it's not going to make a difference. Just the super jumps continually coming in, the machine making such a big difference. Soren getting a very nice pick there. The tower finishes, rolls to the end of the path, and Fiction's going to take that game.
So can we talk about Machine's kit? Because, like,
it's disgusting.
Fizzy Booyah, right?
Disgusting.
They gave Machine Fizzy again, and they gave it Booyah to top it off? I mean, we saw the full potential of that kit right there, because those Booyahs were impeccably placed.
Absolutely. I mean, I think another one of those uses of the Booyah that we saw sometimes in Splat 2, you know, because it came out with the Kensa weapons, there's only a few weapons in the game with Booyah Bomb, like Dynamo,
Remix.
52, and Remix?
Yeah.
And Pro.
Pro, right.
Yeah, so there aren't that many weapons with it, so we don't tend to see that often plays where a weapon aggressively moves up and just holds the Booyah Bomb, right? Because you can throw it down at any moment, and just being able to, like,
there's the Aerospray too, but I don't know if that one really counts.
Oh, you're right. Yes, of course, the Aerospray. Yeah. Either way, like, we don't tend to see it that often, and that's just a really good way to do it. And I think that's something this machine kit is going to help it excel at. Yeah,
being able to use it aggressively is just incredible, because you run up, you're able to hold it, and although you can get shot down, it's not a guarantee that you get shot down. So you hold it, you're able to throw it into a much better position from your already existing position. Because if you're like a Remix, you're trying to play it from the backlines, you can only throw it so far.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think that that's definitely one way that the Booyah Bomb can get a lot of value. I think another thing about the Booyah Bomb, it has this neat electric effect now, right? Things in this game just look so good, right? They look and feel very alive, and it just makes it feel so good to play.
There's a lot of small quality of life changes. You know, there's more information in the UI. You have, I think they changed a lot about the way Splatlings aim and their reticle as well. It's not totally noticeable, but it makes it feel so much better. All right, we'll hop into our last game here since our set is 1-1. Looks like we have Rainmaker here, do we not? We have the new Rainmaker checkpoints as well, so that's something funky we'll have to get used to.
Yeah, one of the things I would like to point out is among the rats, there is a Dapple Dualies. They were playing that the first game as well. This Dapple coming equipped with Beacon and Tactical is going to be a great way to stay in the fight, and when you get knocked out, come right back in. Already an early lead for... Okay. Well, I think we just lost footage there, but we'll do our best to keep our eye over people's shoulders. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Fiction doing their best to try and move forward here. Or sorry, 3 rats doing their best to move forward here. Carrot trying to move up with that tactic cooler. Is able to get 1 pick on Pain. That's going to be really big. The Booyah comes in to try and slow the push. But the Ingvac coming out. It's a defensive special, but it has that big blast at the end. The Rainmaker already through the checkpoint is going to run for the end. They're going to try and stall it as they can. That Flingza being quite a nuisance. They do get taken out. Jimmy on this Rainmaker just trying to eye up a path to the goal. It's going to be very hard, though, and they look like they're just going to go for those points.
Yeah, honestly, fair. When you're faced with a situation like that, you just want to go as far as you can. And we have 3 Rats and Laser getting that up to 24 before they do get cleaned. Or not, sorry. That's Fiction, isn't it? I got confused there. Well, 24, the magic number apparently, since we saw that in the last round. And we have so the Rainmaker's back in neutral right now. If you can see, that one checkpoint is gone. I think the Rainmaker checkpoint, they just make a lot of sense. Ooh, that Booyah, very nicely placed. I mean, we already see that. You can see the beacon there as well for 3 Rats and a Laser. Hopefully it doesn't get noticed. Hopefully it doesn't get destroyed. So we have the Flings that does go down. And other than that, 3 Rats and a Laser look like they have relatively good control over mid here. They have the Tactical out. They have a lot of turf. They're looking for these picks here, but that not quite. And now we have the Booyah coming out. Fiction here looking to flip the script. Gets 2 down. These Dapples are in a sticky situation. And so with that, they're going to be able to fire off those missiles, grab that Tactical and run this forward.
Yeah, that first checkpoint so close to the middle of the map, but does a big deal trying to slow down these pushes. 1 down. How are they alive? What
How many
running
people?
Straight through the Crab Tank and the Flingza, and is able to jump out alive, and I think that's going to be a really big deal. They're going to be able to try and, well, first get the kill on the Rainmaker, and second, be able to defend the this checkpoint very strong. In a very strong manner. But these missiles do come out from that Flingza. That's going to move the rest of 3 Rats and a Laser, and they backed up so far that Nick was able to just make a mad dash for the pedestal and get that lead. And yeah, 3 Rats and a Laser now on the back foot.
Ooh, was that an Inkvac double? We have 3 down. You can hear them yelling from there. We have the Booyah that goes out as well. They're going to try and take it further. You get 3 points further. So that 3 down gave them the opportunity. Every point makes a difference here, especially you can see how heavily this ramp up to the pedestal is guarded. So 16 to 24, we have 2 big pushes that ended in just trying to get as far up the ramp as possible. And it looks like 3 Rats was just able to push it a little bit further. So we are back in neutral. We're back in that 4v4. We have a couple of specials at the ready. You can see this machine here also about to get their Booyah bomb. We had that Tacticaler popped as well. There is the Booyah. The Booyah's gonna get popped. They're gonna try not to be...
Oh, tasty. Inkvac eats it up, but it's not going to eat the brunt of the blow here.
Oh, that is a nice 3 down right there. So they're going to grab that Rainmaker, and of course they're going to bring it forward. Okay, they're lying in wait with those Dapple Dualies. The Rainmaker, you can see, is such a powerful weapon right now. Oh, but that Chaedr there just going in and shutting that down.
Yeah,
nice.
The Rainmaker just relentless in their push forward here. The Crab Tank. Everybody loves it.
Oh, yes.
Trying to take out members here. A little bit awkward to try and shoot onto the high ground. There might have been a better job for the Washer Fire mode. Smash sneaks it in, nearly runs it to the pedestal, and gets it all the way down to 3, but Fiction still mostly alive. The Cooler coming in as well. They're going to go for a push here. Multiple go down thanks to bombs on the Rainmaker shield, but here come the respawn. Smash comes in. Pain is ready. But both of them are going to get taken out, and that's going to be the end of that push. No more super jumps coming in.
Still.
3 Rats and a Laser has a lot of work to do.
3 Rats and a Laser has to get past 3. That is their numbers, so hopefully they can make it below that. Rainmaker's going to reset back to mid. We have 10 seconds left on this clock. Booyah Bomb's coming out, and the zap on 3 Rats is going down. That makes this so much more difficult, and they're doing their best. K goes down. The leader goes down. That is the game. That is the set. Wow.
Man, that was intense. We saw a nice little Trizuka double at the end there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, a little bit too little too late.
I mean, we saw a lot out of both of those teams for that set, honestly. That Chaedr triple that we saw?
That was pretty sick.
Oh, yeah. That's a Twitter clip if I've ever seen one, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, very close set. I think Fiction ended up kind of just adapting and staying alive. I feel like there was just a lot of, in the second and third games, there's just a lot of control that they had. Mm-hmm. They stayed alive. They didn't stagger. They kept their respawns, relatively separate, and they just kind of locked down their side of the map.
Yeah, and also keeping that control around the objective is really important. You get a push, and you don't want to all get wiped when the enemy team comes out. If even one of you can back up a little bit, maintain that presence, you have the super jumps in, and that was what was working for Fiction. They were able to bring that push just a little bit farther because there were still teammates with that control around the tower, around the Rainmaker.
Yeah, I mean, we saw on the Tacticooler push near the end, they didn't all jump in. They were alive, but they didn't jump in. So good on them using their head in that opportunity. And yeah, I think there's besides Tacticooler, which I think most people have their eyes on for this tourney. People are just going to be like, hey, I think we saw triple zap on the stream earlier, if I wasn't mistaken. So yeah. Yeah, people are going to run with that a lot, but I think there's a lot of other strategies